Put down the Google and stop trying to figure this out. You are only scaring yourself more. If you look up red splotchy chest or red blotchy chest, you may see something pull up in your Google search that's carcinoid syndrome, which specifically says bright red flushing of the face, neck, or upper chest is one of the most common symptoms of carcinoid syndrome. Flushing occurs when excess serotonin or other chemicals in the blood cause blood vessels to dilate. The flushing can feel warm or be uncomfortable. Well, that sounds like what I got going on, right? So if I click on that, what is carcinoid syndrome? Carcinoids are slow-growing tumors. The tumors sometimes begin in the lungs and rarely occur in the ovaries, testicles, or pancreas. Most grow in the gastrointestinal tract and are most often found in the small intestine, appendix, and rectum. Intestinal carcinoid tumors can also spread to the liver and then to the lungs, bones, skin, and other organs. Carcinoid tumors release hormones and other chemicals into the bloodstream in excess. These hormones cause the symptoms of carcinoid syndrome, one being a red splotchy chest. This is why I don't Google, y'all. This is why I don't Google. How freaking scary is that? So if you go out here on Google and you click on, or you search red splotchy chest, why is my chest flushing? It's literally going to tell you you're dying. So I am here to tell you, take a breath, put down the Google, and stop trying to figure this out. You are only scaring yourself more. I remember when I first started looking into why my chest and neck were flushing, and I was Googling, and there literally was nothing out there except scary stuff that was going to tell me that I was dying. I could look up images and see people that had chest and neck that looked nothing like mine. It looked more like rashes or sores. And every once in a while I would come across somebody who actually had the actual splotches that I had. And if I clicked on it, it would have these scary stories, things that immediately lead to it's cancer and you're dying, which just further makes you discouraged. So here's what I wanted to share with you today in this very brief video. First of all, I am not a medical professional. I am just a regular old lady, just a girl who has a red splotchy chest, neck, face sometimes due to my overactive nervous system. Step away from Google. Feel free to watch any of my videos if you'd like. It's probably going to be more informative than anything on Google. Or go to Instagram and put in hashtag Erythrophobia, and you'll probably find way more encouraging stories and better information than you would on Google. Most likely, you do not have carcinoid syndrome. What I would suggest to you is set up an appointment with your primary care physician and get your blood work done. First of all, rule out the things that it's not. That's what I did. Was it allergies? Was it histamine? Was I dying? And I think every adult should go to their annual well visit, period, just to keep an eye on things. So do your annual visit, do your blood work, or tell your doctor about what's going on and get blood work done just to rule out all the scary things. And once the scary things are all ruled out, which most likely they will be, then you can start to go into the next step, which may be something that's more psychological. It may have to need some professional help from a therapist. You may want to talk to your doctor about medications, including propranolol, which is what I used to reduce flushing and only take as needed, and I haven't taken it in forever. And decide what your next steps are from there, besides just using Google. Google is not your friend in this case. So if you want to be sitting in a bunch of anxiety and feel like you're dying and create the symptoms of all the scary things that Google will tell you, then have at it. Feel free. But I'm telling you from my experience, what I would suggest is just go see your doctor to rule out anything. Talk about treatment options. Talk about next steps. And I will share with you that in my case, it is just an overactive nervous system. There are things in the environment that I sometimes perceive as a threat that I don't know I'm perceiving as a threat. And sometimes I'm just living my life and my body just has a reaction. Either way, that's okay. I'm okay. and you're okay. You are not alone. This doesn't get to define everything about you. You're probably incredibly sensitive, but not in a negative way, like a highly sensitive person that feels things deeply and has these passions, and a lot of times may feel very misunderstood because you experience the world a lot different than those around you. And that's okay. That's actually incredibly special. You are incredibly special. So step away from Google and do something more productive with your time and energy and mind space, because you, my friend, are worth it.